Scale for Success came about. Well, actually, while I was still in business, I started writing because I'd always wanted to write. It was sort of all, as I explained, all the business stuff was a necessity to earn money. And I'd always had a bit of a dream of writing. And while I had the furniture business, I started writing for a digital publication online called Real Business. And I loved it. It was all of a sudden I could see that my absorption with what I was doing was at a whole different level to anything else. So when I sort of thought I'd retire, which didn't last very long, but when I thought I'd retire, I thought, this is a perfect opportunity to write. Can I write? Can I, am I good enough? All the usual things we say to ourselves when we go into a new career. And I tried a few ideas around. So, well, what do I know about? And thought, particularly with the furniture business, I was taking it up, as I mentioned, to the sort of multi-million mark. And that leap from 1 million up is such a tough one. I'm told now, because I've talked to a lot of people about it, that it's probably the toughest of all the leaps in business. Starting's jolly hard. I'm not saying it isn't. It is really tough. But, one or two companies get a lucky flow and they get going and everything else. But that transition between 1 million and say 10 million just is a completely different animal altogether. And a lot of founders don't expect it, myself included. I thought it was just going to be absolutely the same, but bigger. And it isn't, of course, at all. And so I thought, well, maybe I could do this writing and I could write about all the things I got wrong, which were lots, and also, some of the things that I learned that were right, and involve some other people in it, and put together a sort of book that I would have absolutely loved to have had myself when I was doing that scale. And then, the whole thing has been an absolute dream come true, because last Christmas I thought, I've started this thing, what do I do? Do I self-publish? Do I get a publisher? Panic. And I had a fairly quiet Christmas, so I put in a submission to Bloomsbury Publishing and said, I've got this book. And they rang me and said, come in for a meeting, which is in the publishing world is just unheard of good luck. It was timing, serendipity, the gods were smiling. I don't know. I was a very lucky and goodness knows grateful person. And so here we are. The book called Scale for Success is all about scaling that gap, and lots of advice in it from some incredible people, including, I have to say, some wonderful Australian entrepreneurs who have contributed. Who I've been fascinated to hear their stories.
A Kangaroo Fern production.